Do you know what time the polls are opening up?
So it's gonna be an hour after Storm. I'm trying to have them aligned so that it's like pretty even for when next week we can announce the results.
Oh, easy.
Yeah,
all right.
I'm trying to make it as fair as possible and accessible as possible.
That is perfect. I appreciate it. Hey.
We still have our meeting today, right? 6 p.m.
Yeah, we can do it today if you guys want.
Okay. My only fear is we keep running into the same issue where none of the other justices are able to make it. I would maybe like to consider after the election.
I think after the election makes sense because of all the shit that's going down and
100%. I just when I sit on a panel, when I sit with
saying it like I'm gonna win.
I need their opinion.
Are you rigging the election for me?
The only voice. Huh?
Yeah, you're saying it like I'm gonna win. Like, are you rigging it for me or something?
That's a joke. No,
right.
I'm just speaking. I would speak the same way with Silas or who's the other one? Finley? Have you seen her?
Yeah, the other one. Yeah, she's at the booth.
That's horrible. But you know what I mean?
She was right over there. You were just talking to her.
That's embarrassing. I literally had no introductions, never said anything to me. Like, you can only do so much, Nino.
Yeah, no, I understand.
But okay, if you win, let's talk about maybe rescheduling it because I have to have the justices in this freaking meeting. It can't just be me.
I agree because, look, I don't think there needs to be a full like city council. I don't think that was necessarily the best, but I do think those meetings serve as more than just us like figuring out disagreement points. It's like we can make things
I like
happen.
it a lot.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree. It's a touch base. We also are able to remind each other of things that we need to, get back to running, or if we feel like there's an issue with something, it's clearly identifiable. We can all address it. It's good for just being on the same page. I have no issue with it, but the issue is I'm still having it where the other justices aren't able to make it. I'm speaking entirely for the justices now because I'm the only one who keeps showing up. So I don't know. I would really like it if we can maybe readjust and accommodate them just a bit.
No, I'm totally fine with that. Like, I'm not.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
I don't even know. Like, I'm awake like usually before
fantastic.
Storm.
This
and
is a my side situation.
No, I understand. I mean, like, in terms of like accommodation, like, do they need it later? Do they need it earlier? Or
I don't know. I feel like I've seen your schedule enough to kind of make a recommendation to them, and then I'll bring it back to you.
Okay.
But I gotta find time where these guys can fucking come around.
I would love to see the meeting tackle issues. I'm gonna give you an example. And I spoke to Hart about this, and she seemed like she was in agreement. There was a case with Nana Banana and some dumb fuck in the PD that got fired for like making a private report.
The Dominic Rhodes case. Yeah.
Dominic Rhodes, yeah. And just a couple days ago, 2 days ago, there was a case with Flop Dugong with a murder.
And Sean McQuillan, for the murder of Anastasia Pierce.
And in that last one, the PD did not submit a interrogation tape, and their statement was, we don't think it's relevant. And there was another comment made about it being petty because it was, I don't know, they said some shit about they didn't agree with the case being mistrialed, but
the defense is right. That's not fair to the defense. That could have been evidence for them to defend Flop and Sean.
Exactly. And
so
then on top of that,
makes sense.
Yep. And it also like creates a problem because while the murder charge is like being pressed on Flop, he's not found guilty yet, but now he's still got to be on bail. They got to reschedule. All these people had to come through. Yada da da da.
Yeah, I've heard about this case. I'll be honest with you. I'm horrendously conflicted. My sister is part of the same affiliation that the Flop and Sean McQuillan run with, so I do not touch that.
Absolutely.
But I will say that I am at least pushing the judges to make sure this gets rescheduled as soon as possible for that exact reason.
Yes.
He's on bail. He hasn't been found guilty. This is not fair. We call it mistrial. Now we got to fix it.
And where I kind of spawned up is because it was talk about Brady violation. Brady violation, I don't believe has ever existed. There's been a belief that it's existed, but it's never been like codified in law, whether it's like this one in the beginning in the state. Yeah.
Got it.
And this goes back to even last economy too, in conversations I've had with Crane, like people would just like pull it out of their ass type shit. You know what I mean? But it was never like codified. Right. And I tried to explain, because we had both parties there. I was like, look, consider the scenario if there's 100 bullet casings, PD collects 90. Like, is that Brady? You can't know. It's in the city, evidence is created at 10, 20 times the rate of anywhere else. Correct. But it would be good, I think, to have something where there is, we could call it the floppy banana or floppy nana or some shit like that, where there are things that are expected to be submitted. Right,
I can get behind that.
It could be something like
definitely see
any
a case law being built
interrogation
from this. Yeah,
true. Well, that was the counter. That was actually where Hart came in, and I'm kind of in agreement with it. Is that the difficulty with a case law would be that you would have to, because we're talking about like these are the things that must be added. But you'd have to like force a ruling into case law to make it happen. Does that kind of make sense?
It does make sense.
Yeah.
I mean, if not, it would be, I'd say it'd be an amendment to legislation, but I don't even know where that would fucking fit.
We could just have one, you know what I mean?
We could technically just do the case law based off of, oh no, but she was found not guilty.
No, I think of the
banana case thrown out?
Yeah, I believe so.
Okay.
But either way, I bring that up an example like, hey, this happened. That's like a topic that I think would be good for that sort of meeting. You know what I mean?
I very much agree. I entirely agree. And again, like I was making calls